8:18 new for you this morning. It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and to celebrate, one association is bringing the festivities downtown.
Yeah, Fox Carolina's Lindsey Gibbs is live this morning with what the month means and how this festival will help students get a higher education. Lindsey.
Yeah, that's right. We're right in the heart of downtown outside of Fluor Field, and if the weather prevails, the Hispanic Heritage Month Festival will be here on Sunday. Now, Hispanic Heritage Month is from September 15th to October 15th, and I'm actually joined with Alina from AHEM. So tell us a little bit about what AHEM is and what this month means for you.
Okay, this is a very important month for us. AHEM is a non-profit organization, and our main mission is to help the Hispanic students to achieve a higher level of education.
Oh, wow. And you were telling me a little bit about how this festival actually fundraises for a scholarship. So it really helps those students. Tell us a little bit about the scholarship and why it's so important for you guys to do this.
Okay, well, this is our, main reason to do what we do through the whole year. Actually, this event, this festival, is the main fundraising event we do throughout the year, and we encourage everybody, all the whole community of the upstate to come and participate, because if you guys want to help us, the more money we can raise, the better, and more students we can help, for their education.
Right. And like you mentioned, the whole community can come out. And I really want to point out that this is not just for the Hispanic community, but the entire community to come out. What can they expect when they are here?
Okay, it's going to be this coming Sunday. Hopefully, if the weather helps us. It's going to be from 12 to 6 o'clock. We're going to have music, a lot of food, good food, entertainment, and I mean, it's for the whole community, so everybody's welcome to come.
Oh, wow. Yeah, like you said, music, entertainment. About 18 different countries are going to be represented here at Fluor Field. Hopefully the weather will prevail, but of course we do have those event details located inside of our Fox Carolina News app. For now in Greenville, Lindsey Gibbs, Fox Carolina News.